try that again. Up and cruising. IG, let's get you live. Unplugged. Oh my goodness. You know, was that what you were trying to tell me, puppy? Huh? Was that what you were trying to tell me? There we go. There we go, IG. FEPIC, up and live. We have life. Let's seize light. Doubt. She's running. She's running. Dope. All right, I'm done waiting for all that. What's good, y'all? Happy new comic book day. It is April 26, 2023. Here with another FEPIC new comic book day. Nothing new, it's all a mess around me, but we're gonna jump right into things because I have a bunch to get done. Before I proceed though, what I need y'all to do is do me the favor. If you're watching on Facebook, right there in the description of the show is a link that'll take you to the YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, but drop those likes, comments, always appreciated. IG, always in the same place, right there in the bio. Hit the link, follow, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. Much appreciated. YouTube, you know what we're doing. You've been seeing the shorts, but again, if you want to follow us on any of the platforms, just look at FEPIC. There we go. Okay, let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with an indie because that's what I like. We're gonna go from Dark Horse, Tynan and Michael Oeming. This is Blue Book, issue number 3. This is your cover A. Again, we're dealing with the Hill family's kind of basically the fallout of what emotionally and mentally goes on when you've had the type of encounter the Hill family has had, which is more or less what issue number 3 is covering. I'll take the photos later. Okay, swoop that up. Blue Book, issue number 3 from Tynan the Fourth and Michael Oeming. There is your Madam Web. Ooh, I don't know if you guys have seen those press photos yet, or the set photos of who is it? Dakota as well as Sweeney. Anyways, if you guys haven't swooped up that first appearance of Madam Web, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I got a couple copies right there for you. Newsstand. Hit us up if you'd like it. Okay, on to the next issue. It's a week of 3s for those indies. Mark Miller, Travis Charest. This is The Ambassadors, issue number 3. Now, we've talked about this. Every issue of The Ambassadors, while it is written by Mark Miller, the interior work is done different each week, different creative, but as you can see, it's still hitting. It's still hitting. Very intriguing story. Obviously, we've talked about it in past episodes, but just a quick catch up. Ambassadors, Mark Miller, again, that's like kick-ass and hit girl and all that good stuff. More or less, this company creates superpowers, and they are going to give these superpowers to 6 individuals. It's kind of feeling like those individuals will be different parts of the world, different continents, if you will. Obviously, we're being introduced to those new characters each issue while adding on kind of building building on with the previous character you met the issue before. Anyways, we're only 3 issues in, a lot of fun. Not to mention, I could see this as an ongoing series. This would be great. Again, Ambassadors, issue number 3, that is your cover A. Swoop that up, swoop that up. Again, if you see something you like, all you gotta do is comment below. If there's something that you like or you're hoping to find but you don't see in the episode, all good, shoot us a PM or comment below and maybe we can hit the wild to find it. Or maybe I just set it aside for another episode and we just didn't get to it. But either way, no harm in asking. Got you. Okay. Next up, what are we? Ambassadors. Did I? Of course, I always just go out the gate sprinting with all the indies, because if you tuned into anything FEPIC, coffee and comic book related, I'm gonna probably rant on about some local coffees, and I'm definitely gonna rant about how blessed we are to be in Portland, which is like the mecca of indie comics. So many indie publishers, therefore so many things to choose from. A lot of issue number 1s get passed up on a week-to-week basis that I really don't think people understand. Not only is it some of the best writing and some of the best interior work, the potential to see these options are high. Okay, let's go with one. Let's jump into one of the big boys that, you know what? I'm not sad to see it end. We'll just say that way. With all the fanfare that was attached to this title, I was hoping something more would come of it. Who's to say? You know, we could revisit these pages later, but for now, Otley has concluded Danny Coates' run on Hulk, okay? And this is Hulk issue number 14, and more or less, we're gonna have the conclusion, the final battle of Hulk and Titan. And while it is, you know, somewhat exciting, it's less climactic than I would have liked, less FEPIC as I would have liked, but to give you the hint of what's to come, this is ultimately just paving the way for the Incredible Hulk, which will start back up in June. But if you want the conclusion, which you want the conclusion, if you started reading a story, of course you want to know how it ends, then definitely swoop up your Hulk issue number 14. Hopefully Donny Cates is doing well, and whatever it was that took him away from his craft, but wish him the best, right? Wish him the best. All right, there goes that. What you know about some Lando? What you know about some Lando? Get you some Lando. Star Wars issue 43. What's good, IG? How we doing? Dope. Proper. Okay, next up, Green Arrow. Let's go DC. Green Arrow, issue number 1. Is Green Arrow dead? I could have swore he was dead. I thought Darkseid, like, you know? During Dark Crisis, there was a lot of things happening. But from my understanding is this man was either killed or, you know, lost in whatever multiverse we're in, right? So here we are, flash forward. We are now Green Arrow, issue number 1. This is from Josh Williamson, and it is definitely a family affair. As you see Roy and Canary, as well as the kids. Okay, what was I trying to show you though? More or less, they are coming together to try and find Ollie, who is lost, we'll just say far away from home. But there's something specific that I wanted to... Anyways, okay, we'll get back to it. Again, Green Arrow, issue number 1. You're gonna see the whole crew in that. Roy, Connor, Ollie, everybody. Who? I didn't even do the cover very much. Show the cover very much love. The cover is by Sean Izaki, who also did the interior work, as well as Romulo Fajardo Jr. But it is actually a pretty FEPIC wraparound cover. Hit you with that. I like that. Squad up, squad up. You see some of these familiar faces. Let you know that this is going to be a fun series. Swoop, swoop. Little double issue action. Little double issue action. There you are. Green Arrow, issue number 1. Ooh, how about that? That's not your facsimile. That is your OG original first print, unopened, still in its bag, of Static Shock issue number 1 from DC Milestone. Take that back to 1993. 1993, right? 93, I think. Okay, next up, another indie. Shocking, another indie. FEPIC Comics featuring another indie from Joseph Schmalke. This is 7 Years in Darkness. Let me read this to you real quick. A group of children whose families are part of a cult are conscripted into Academy of Black Magic for 7 years, where they study the dark arts in a setting devoid of sun. 72 children enroll, but only 7 graduate alive. Yeesh. All right. That's 7 Years of Darkness. And this also... Who handled the... You've got... Wow, okay. Cover as well. Absolutely knocked it out the park. So, Joseph Schmalke is the writer, the artist of the interior work. And you got Joel Rodriguez on the lettering. I mean... From an outside perspective, this is a cover buy for me already because I absolutely love the black on red with almost that like MF Doom looking motherfucker. You got a remix of Doom and MF Doom, but the interior work is just gorgeous. The red and orange tones. Love it, love it. Ooh, ooh. Here you go. Different setting, different tones. I'm about that. Sure, have we seen children go to a magical school before? Possibly. Possibly this week, as we'll get to another title that wraps up such a thing. But anyways, I'm still game, and you already know the potential of something like this. We've seen it obviously with Harry P, but you are also seeing it with Academy, and then you're also seeing with Titans Academy. I mean, which really ultimately kind of you feel like is ultimately just grabbing from like Umbrella and Doom, but Doom Patrol, which we'll also talk about. Good times, folks. Swoop that up. Swoop that up. Joseph Schmalke's 7 Years in Darkness. That was definitely a FEPIC indie cover of the week finalist. I do believe so. Sometimes those minimalist covers just hit. You know what I mean? Sometimes those minimalist covers just hit. There you are. Actually set that right there. Okay, okay. Perfect. Yeah, the glare can be not so kind. There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. indies, more indies. Nah, let's get that. It was kind of a decent segue. I brought them up here just a second ago in terms of kind of that semi-school setting, right? But it's always weirder. These guys set like the precedent for just like kind of out there storylines. This is the Unstoppable Doom Patrol issue number 2. Not only am I going to be swooping up this only 6 issue miniseries. First issue was a lot of fun, but we also, and you've got Peacemaker and whatnot. There's multiple cameos in here you will enjoy. However, there is a first appearance of this cute little creature here. Do we get an actual title page? We see him creeping around, but do we? Oh, he comes from what? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to give away too much, but there's some Beast Boy stuff in here you're gonna want to check out. There's some, like right there. Okay, that's it. There's your little sneak. There's your little sneak. Like what's going on? What's going on? Anyways, always want to pick up those firsts. And aside from that, Doom Patrol is definitely a title I think you would enjoy. It might be a little out there for some. It tends to a lot of the time kind of go against the grain of your standard structure and stories, especially with like heroes and whatnot. But that's why we love them. All right, there's your Doom Patrol issue number 2. That's your cover A. Okay. All right. Next up, another contender for the FEPIC cover of the week. I'll say his name, there will be zero shock. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Lost Years from Kevin Eastman. And this is your cover B Eastman wrap. I mean, it is a wraparound because it doesn't take up the whole other cover, but anyways, this is still continues to be a lot of fun. It's kind of like a sweet prequel slash sequel. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing her. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're a fan of Turtles in any way, swoop these up. Not to mention, there was a 1 in 25 of this week that I tried to get my hands on. Another really minimalist sketch. No, it wasn't even a sketch cover. I think it was just a design cover, but either way, I'm gonna try to track that down. That is Last Ronin. Last Ronin. That is your cover B from Eastman. Swoop that up. Okay. All right. Here's another one of those Joseph Schmalke covers for 7 Years of Darkness. Again, we're dealing with 72 students from an occult, or from a cult that are sent away to study black dark magic, and within the course of their studies, only 7 graduate and survive. That's a lot of people dying. It's a lot of people dying. But again, 7 Years of Darkness definitely has that potential. Could see that option. I can see that getting optioned, and at the same time, hopefully, if it does get optioned, it's not something that's rushed into, like, you know, some random Netflix film or something like that. Nah, this is something that would deserve a series. Give that to me in a series, please. There you are. Is that Green Arrow it's right next to? Yeah, okay. All right. we've talked turtles. Man, there's a lot of turtles this week. We had the ongoing turtles. I had to catch up on Armageddon game, as well as Lost Years. All right, back to one of the big boys. All right, anthology time. Let's go Darth Vader, black, white, and red. That is your cover A. I think what I was most geeked about was, and I'll go right to it. Inescapable from Peach Momoko. And it is beautiful. Yes. No word. Oh, there it is. Ooh-wee. I mean, I need this on the cover, and I could even do with this on the cover. That would possibly be my FEPIC covers of the week. We might have to create a FEPIC panel of the week because that hits. That hits. I don't want to show the whole story, but I will say that the Peach Momoko story was definitely the selling point for me. Get yourself a copy. We got you covered if you need it. That's Darth Vader, issue number 1 of black, white, and red. Anything Momo. Anything Momo. Her name's like the 4th name on there, but of course there's also Jason Aaron, Leonard Kirk, Ramala Fajardo Jr. Yeah. But Peach Momoko. All right, there we go. Start separating some things. Indie. Okay, next up. While we are on the subject of magical schools, let's just wind down year 1 of Strange Academy. This is Strange Academy Finals, issue number 6. This is technically the... come on. This isn't the Ramos cover. Dustin Weaver. There it is. That is your Dustin Weaver variant. I dig it. Now, if you've been along for the whole ride, this has been a great read. Strange Academy, there's a reason it got picked up, and we're going to see it on the small and big screens, whatever you choose to watch it on. However, as we transitioned into finals, what should be noted, here we go, spoiler time. You know how we do here. I try not to give away too much, but at the same time, you also, you gotta think ahead. Where are we at? Okay, without spoiling the very end. This will not be the end of Strange Academy, but just look at the absolutely just stunning. It has never failed. This story, or this title, the interior work from issue 1 through issue, what do we end, 17 or 18, and then into these 6 issues, so 24 issues. It's just been absolutely stunning. Humberto Ramos has pretty much been the name, the guy all the way through. So, never fails. Happy to see it end. You don't want the first run kind of being stretched on too long, but it is alluded to that, I guess I didn't show you that part. I was too geeked on the fight scene. It is alluded to that we're gonna see a whole new class. I believe in August, which means that many more first appearances. If you guys have not tracked down those early issues of Strange Academy, do so. All right, we can help you out. You know what to do. Drop a comment if you're looking for specific issues, be it fillers or even this week, but a different cover. let me know. We got you. All right, that was Strange Academy Finals number 6. Scotty Young doing work. Humberto Ramos doing work. No. There we go. Ambassadors and in patrol. You guys go here. You guys go here. Here and here. All right, what's good, Shan? How we doing, man? How we doing? All right, next up, man, we've been dealing with this crazy ass story of Deadpool walking around basically incubating incubating a symbiote inside of him, which then spawned off into its own. This has been absolutely nuts. But we did get the dog. We did get the dog. Can I just show you this? I absolutely love this. These two, Deadpool's on a date right now, right? He's just having a great old time. Meanwhile, as they're walking away, just holding hands, cheeries everywhere. Symbiote's just putting in work. Just absolute chaos behind him. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oof. You said it, I'm beat. How did I miss this? All right, chaos. All right, love it. Don't mind me, had to refresh. I ran through the digital. Sometimes it hits you a little differently on print, okay? Sometimes it hits you a little differently on print. But never a title you want to steer away from because it's always just fun and good times. Deadpool issue number 6, especially if you are in any way interested into the world of symbiotes and all that good stuff. Last Ronin, Hulk, okay. Next up. Chip Zdarsky. I feel like I haven't said your name for a couple of weeks, which is weird because he's also writing Batman. But he is definitely one of my favorite and just consistently just on point. Consistently on point. But this issue specifically, man, Marco Cicchetto is on another freaking level with the interior work. I just want to give you a little glimpse of this battle between Daredevil and, you see it, Spidey. Daredevil and Spidey. Do you see this cover? Like, this cover is definitely brutal. One of the FEPIC covers of the week. I believe that's also, I think he did the cover too. Yeah, Cicchetto did the cover as well with Matthew Wilson. Ooh wee! The blood stain drag across the snow. I love it. I love it. I love it. What you into this week, Shan? What's at the top of the reading list? All right. Daredevil, issue 10. Swoop. Swoop, swoop. 7 Years of Darkness. Green Arrow. What's good, Jake? How we doing, Shan? The Be Kind Babe. Are you being kind? I don't know. Okay. Next up, we talked about this last week, but we're like 3 parts into this current storyline. I think it's all leading into the next issue. but this is the Blood of Fathers arc part 3. Oh my goodness. Thor, issue number 33. Thor, issue number 33. Again, that ketchup. Millennia ago, Thor's grandfather, Bor, sealed a vault deep in an uncharted wasteland of Niflheim. That could be opened only with his blood, which Thor learned when Lausa, Odin's son, his baby sister, was kidnapped to provide the key. After Thor rescued her, though the king of Asgard opened the vault himself to learn what secrets his grandfather had locked away. All kinds of dark and various things. Shocking. All that matters is Doom is tied into it. All that matters is Doom is tied into it. Thor, issue number 33. Excuse me. Okay. Getting back to Superman. Feels weird I have not said his name once today, but there's plenty to talk about. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. In regards to Superman, if you guys haven't been staying up on Action Comics, dude, please, no more excuses. Now is the time. Knocking it out the park, but what it's been leading to is this really dope battle between Soups and Metallo. Here we go. And because Metallo's here, you know, let's just give you, why not? Let's just, a little sneak peek as to what goes down. He's gonna need some help. Enter, or I should say re-enter, Cyborg Superman. This dick. All right, Action Comics, 1054. And again, this is still that, it's like a big old double issue, but it's technically a triple issue because it's still carrying on that ongoing story of Lois and Clark that takes place after the season, right? Goes on to kind of a bridge 2 to 3, I believe. And then you also have your third storyline of Steel. Hey, we don't need to do all that right now. Thank you. We're good. You're good. I know. You're ready to play. Soup it up, Action Comics. Okay. And to wind down the last issue this week from the big boys, I saved it for last because it continues to be a slow burn, as I'd expect it to be when it was billed as a Batman opera. All right, this is Detective Comics issue number where are we at? 1071. So 1071 from Rom V. And it continues to build. And it continues to build as we learn about this family who is more or less slowly and secretly at different places and points within the community and the city and whatnot have been amassing power. A very wealthy family. We're talking Wayne status wealth here. And with it, you also learn that there is an army amassing below the city. We're building, folks. We're building. Just as I would expect it to be. It's hitting on all corners. Again, Detective Comics from Rom V. Swoop that up. Okay. And let me tell you, I've got a dozen more indies to go through. A dozen more indie titles. That's how heavy this week was with independence. I love it. But we're going to end on the one that I'm most excited about, okay? This is only a 6-issue little mini series. It is from Kyle Higgins, so current helmer of the massive verse, so Radiant Black and etc. Previously had done that first 50-issue run of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But anyways, here we go. New Orleans, 1917. In the city's bustling red light district, a young clarinet player lands a job with his hero, but he'll soon discover there's more to the music business than playing the right notes. Join writers Kyle Higgins and Joe Clark, that's also the Radiant Black team basically, and an all-star cast of artists for 6 double-length issues that weave stories of struggle, joy, and hope through the history of jazz. Man, yes please. Signed up, all for it. Gonna grab this whole run. The cover, gorgeous. The interior work. Let me just hit you with the first, oh my goodness. Absolutely gorgeous. Stunning work. Who did let's see here. We got Kyle Higgins, Joe Clark, Danilo Beyruth. I don't want to ruin that. That's actually, he's handling all the interior work, the penciling as well as the inks. And the ink job on this is just, love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, Deep Cuts, issues number 1 of 6 from Kyle Higgins and Image. That is not going to fit. So they need to go in a silver. I don't even know if it'll fit in the silver. It is a big old book. Big old beast of a book. But if you're a fan of music, if you're a fan of history, if you're a fan of just good storytelling and beautiful interior work, you've got some options here. You've got some options. All right, Deep Cuts, issue number 1. All right, and with that, y'all, we are going to take a break. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you have not already, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow if you're watching on Facebook. That link in the description will send you straight to our YouTube. Please, please, please like, share, subscribe, and follow. IG, I'm still kicking it with you guys. It's easy. It's always the link in the bio. Just go hit the link in the bio for me, all right? Until next time, y'all stay safe. We'll see you soon.